Here's my guide. Start as Vagabond. Grab the finger, open the door. Unequip your halberds, you can not heavy roll, because heavy roll will kill you. Trigger the boss, jump off the map. All you gotta do is get to the tutorial cave. This is the easiest part of the run. At the start is exactly where you can get the Urchi's favor. So if you started with the Stone Sword keys, you can do this right now, but I do it way later because you can get the keys and start with the gold seed, which is way better. Get your grace at the church, do the basic stuff, run over, get the horse, get your maiden, get your level up way, run through the Gatefront ruins, make sure you get the waypoint, you're going to come back here. If anything goes too fast for you or you're having a hard time following along, the entire unedited part of the stream where I did all this will be in the description. You can watch that and just follow along and kind of fill in the empty spaces. I did the best I could to fit this in 10 minutes to make it real quick. Make sure when you talk to your maiden, it turns into nighttime. Make sure you go back to the church so you can get your spirit bell. Now that you have your summon and your mount, next step is to start getting all the items. Go pick up the map so you can follow along the guide better. I'll be posting pictures on the screen and editing just so you can see where I am. Run to the side of the ruins lake. Get this somber smithing stone 1 that's on the body of a chair. After that, run through Mistwood. Run close to the church so you hear the howling kind of like I did. It's real quick, but you'll hear it. The Mistwood ruins will show up on your map. Run to the fort. Get the seed. Get your grace waypoint. After that, just run straight south so you can get all these golden runes on these coffins before you go towards the south region and cross the bridge. You run across the bridge right from there. Make sure you pick up the stone sword key on the bridge because you're going to need that. After that, just run all the way over through on this mark on the map. Get the church at the top of the hill. Cross over the bridge. There's going to be 2 more churches in this area to get more flask upgrades. You'll see the church in the distance here on your right when you cross the bridge. You're going to go all the way up there. You're going to get that seed upgrade as well. And the next one is on the middle left, so you're going to kind of head southwest from you, more west than south. You'll see it in the distance as well. It's pretty straightforward. You should get all these graces. You never know what you want to do with the character. There's a lot of stuff to do down here. These are just min-maxing your early level upgrades. After you get the 3rd seed or sacred tier, whatever it is, you're going to fast travel back to the Church of El. And since you heard the wolf howling at Mistwood Ruins, you can now talk to the merchant about the howls. He will give you a finger snap emote. You're going to go back to Mistwood Ruins, and you're going to finger snap to spawn Blythe, so you can summon him for the boss fight that gives you the weapon. You're going to go to the backside right here. You're going to just do the finger snap emote, and he'll drop down from above. Talk to him, exhaust all his dialogue options, and then you're done here for now. Now, you just run back through the gate, run up north towards Stormhill where Stormvale Castle is, get the golden seed on the way, get the grace next to Rodrika, and pick up the Stormvale key that's on the dead body on the jump up. After that, you talk to the NPC, make sure you get your jellyfish, because I think it's cute, so I use it for spirit summons when I kill bosses. After that, you just run this road all the way along here as I'm showing on the stream, on the video right now. It's a pretty long run, but you're just going to full run it all the way, and then you get to Summon Water Village. There's a grace pretty much right there if you want to take that grace. You're going to run on the right side of the village. You're going to find a gargoyle key. You're going to use that. Just run downstairs to where all the turtles are. Turtle dogs. Open the door. Open the chest. You got your first talisman. Pretty easy. It's going to be a really good one too, especially for early game when you're using a greatsword. Now you go back to the Stormhill Shack. This is where you usually go to enter Stormvale Castle, but you're actually going to bypass it this time. So you run on to straight north onto this broken bridge. You can actually drop down at the end. I think this is where a lot of people miss it, and there's like a path on the alongside of the mountain or the cliff. You just run this path all the way through, and you'll get this grace at Liurnia of the Lakes, the first one next to the church. This one will bring you to Round Table Hold. Go up to Round Table Hold and just immediately fast travel back. You don't have to do anything here just yet. You just completely skip it. You'll come back here later. So go back to Lake Facing Cliffs, get the map here, run around north onto this part of the map that I'm showing on screen right now. You're going to get this grace and walk along the ruins of the village on the broken bridge. You're going to walk along the left side, and you're going to get another golden seed or sacred tier, another flask upgrade on the brightly glowing tree, so they're pretty easy to see. After you get that, you're going to head south towards the Rose Church. That's right here on this map that I'm marking right now. So you just run there. And north of the church, you see a scarab. You're going to kill that. This is your blood flame upgrade. I did not miss that swing, I promise. You have the blood flame blade. Next stop, you're going to go all the way down south. There's going to be a huge cave past this tree I'm in front of right now. You're just going to go inside of that cave. You're going to walk up this ramp. Just go straight ahead, straight west. Don't hit anything. You can run past absolutely everything. You're going to find a grace. When you find the grace, the village of the Albinarics, you just sit at that grace. And you're going to go straight east from here. And at the top of this cliff, you're going to see a bridge. Kind of just ignore that bridge. You're not crossing it. There's nothing else for you to do here. Crouch past this mob. Just sneak past him. Because he is pretty strong. Unless you're a parry god and you want to kill him for the souls, go for it. But he's pretty tricky. He heals as well. There's going to be a big urn up front. You just roll into the urn, or you're going to talk to the NPC. You exhaust his dialogue options until he give you the half of the Halig Tree Secret Medallion. That's what gives you the armor set when you go back to Round Table Hold, but you don't need it. Now you're on here for the Forlorn Hound Evergal. You just go in and you'll be able to summon Blythe on the inside right here. You can let him carry. I'm literally in starting gear. I'm not doing much. I just jump attack to deal poise damage. Blythe deals most of the damage. He just hard carries you through this, so you can get this weapon really easy. That's why this is such an easy get OP early. I just spam my jumping attacks to make sure I don't die, and I just break his poise and just deal my damage like that. Now you have the weapon. But unless you farmed along the way, or you started on a character you already made, you probably don't have the stats to equip this just yet. But don't worry, I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. Just keep following the guide along for now. Now you go to Round Table Hold, and the NPC is going to be angry at you. He's pretty easy. If you two-hand your sword you started with, you can jump through his meteor ability, and you can kind of poise through it. It doesn't deal that much damage, so you'll see me do it here. I just jump straight through it, take some damage, and swing at him. Once you kill him, it'll send you back to normal grace. Grace, Round Table Hold grace, the big grace table. You're currently in a different version of it. Outside the door right here is his armor set. You just pick that up. I don't think you can equip everything right away. It's heavier than what you're currently wearing, and you'll be mid-rolling, but it looks badass. Next, you go back to the swamp area, the lake area, and you want to head northeast to exit from this specific grace that I had, and then you just kind of run northwest. You'll see these 4 big towers at the distance. On the west side of it for you is a grace. You just take that grace. You can come back here later for the Vari quest line that I'm gonna have a video on as well, a different PvP quest line. Then you run straight north all the way along just the left side. Just don't fall off the cliff. You're just running straight north. You're gonna find this illusory wall in this village and a big giant. You get the grace next to the giant on road to the manor. This giant is exactly who you need to get really OP early, because he sells you somber smithing stones 1 through 4. And that's what you use to upgrade your weapon. But you don't have enough souls to buy it. You don't have enough souls to anything. So let's get you some souls. You go to the Third Church of America. Really straightforward. You're going to pick up the Flask of Physic here. And you're going to heavy roll just like me. I have the weapon equipped, but that's only because I was killing mobs and stuff and showing other things for the stream. Don't worry if you don't have it here. I'm teaching you how to get the stats. Go on the back side of this church and you'll see a portal in the river here. You take that portal and you open the big doors in front of you and get the grace, because the mobs here are pretty damn high level. So what we're doing now is rune farming. I'm going to give you guys 2 options to rune farm. And the first one is going to be just killing these small mobs here. They give a good amount of souls. They're a little bit annoying. They killed me once or twice. So I opt for a much easier, and I honestly think it's a faster way, unless you have a really good weapon, is you skip these big guys. They're not big, they're small. You skip them all together and you run from the same direction. You kind of just run down south and skip the big bridge with the dragon and run past the lower small one. At the end of this bridge, there's going to be a grace, and you just sit at that grace. You don't have to kill anything for this rune farm. So once you get this grace next to this tower, you just sit at it. You get on your horse, you run down the cliff. This ball is going to spawn. You're going to jump past it so it falls off the map and look at it. Make sure you look at it. You don't always get the souls if you don't. And then it's going to die. It gives you 2,000 souls. Now you can fast travel back to the grace just up the cliff, or run all the way back, because if you don't have a fast SSD, the loading times might slow you down. And then you just repeat this over and over. Run down the cliff, let the ball get off the map, and farm it until you have exactly what you need to upgrade your weapon to +4, as well as exactly what you need to equip your blood flame on your weapon. Now you want to go back to Round Table Hold and purchase a finger seal. This is exactly what you need to equip blood flame, or use the incantation rather. So you put the seal in your offhand and then you enchant your weapon with blood flame. Now you deal bleed damage, and the bleed damage is going to keep rising when you hit a mob. It's really good. So now that you have this, I'm going to give you the biggest influx of runes to get your levels finalized. You're just going to run up here to this part of the map, and you're going to see a big sleeping dragon. Just enchant your weapon with the blood flame and swing at him. You don't deal damage, but the bleed is going to deal percentual damage of his max health. So as long as you keep hitting him, he will die eventually from the bleed. It's going to be, you know, 4 or 5 minutes of just swinging your sword, but, you know, feels pretty good seeing all that. Now you'll easily see he gives you about 78,000 runes and 5 dragon hearts, which you can use for more faith incantations for dragon stuff. Very easily. Now you have enough to level up exactly what you need. You get all your stuff, you get your stats. You can go past level 28, whatever you want to do. Now you go back to the very, very start of the game, and you use your stone sword keys to run this poison stuff. This is a little tricky. If you don't really know how to do it, you can follow a guide, but you want to run down, and when you get to this thin bridge right here, you drop down on a platform right below. Watch out for the shitty-ass bleed gargoyle things. They always destroy me. Dodge the fire, keep running deeper. I definitely didn't die to that guy and cut it away into my successful run. You run past down onto the east direction, and you see this empty room with a bridge. Run on the left side of the bridge, pick up the Urchi's favor, and you're done. If you have souls, you know, maybe spend the souls before you go down there. I died with 15,000 because I didn't want to go past that level because I'm using this character PvP. I hope you guys enjoyed this really quick how to get OP fast build. I covered just about everything I thought I needed to cover. There's more upgrades you can get, but this one will get you fast invasion times. This one's going to be absolutely amazing for PvE as well. You can absolutely destroy Margit with this. You can build on it in any way you want, and when you get past second boss, you can respec. I just threw this together so you guys could follow along. I didn't edit it much. I just really talked over on Audacity, so I hope you guys understand what to do, and I hope it kind of makes sense where to go. If you have any questions, I'm live on twitch.tv/Mendo. I also have the full complete unedited run in the description of the video of everything I did. This is all streamed. You can watch it all. I also have in the description Vari's quest line for infinite Bloody Finger invasions. Peace, guys.